Alrighty guys, and welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I am reviewing, finally, Star Wars The Mandalorian Chapter 8 Redemption, the Season 1 finale of The Mandalorian, directed by Taika Waititi and written by Jon Favreau, I don't know, I suppose to pronounce his name. So yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite, but I still liked it. Yeah. It's probably near like the middle. Um, how many episodes were there? 8. I probably rank it fourth. Uh, if you like, you know, like best to worst, fourth place. Best is number one, and yeah, I completely butchered my explanation of that, but yeah, so obviously it's a finale, so we don't get really introduced to any new characters. Obviously, you could say got introduced to Moff Gideon because he was only like 2 minutes in the last episode, but yeah, no, I feel like he's a great villain, and whatnot, and for Star Wars, he's a bit different than like other villains we've seen in at least the movies. But he's very, I guess, kind of like soft spoken. Doesn't really raise his voice and yell. Very, kind of has like smart, kind of knowledgeable, you know, kind of, I guess, I don't know. Then just a smart guy. Not in the sense of, he's actually intelligent guy, I guess. But he's also, ruthless. And this episode said that he just kills his men. So yeah, yeah, he's definitely a good villain. Just a little bit we could see him. And I feel like he could be a really great villain in season 2, and if there's more seasons afterwards, and if he's a villain in later seasons also. So sometimes shows have multiple villains, and a villain dies and a new villain comes, which I wouldn't mind that. It depends on how good and whatnot. So yeah, obviously all the other characters, like, Mando and Baby Yoda, Kara, Grief, and IG-11 are all back. Some nice reveals for Mando and Kara, and not like where Kara is from, and the full flashback scene of Mando as a kid, and some other reveals for him too. Which I'll get on to those later. But yeah. The story was okay. Obviously the reveals were really the best part of them. But like the kind of like general story was okay. But obviously the characters, like they're new characters, but still great. And there's some really great action scenes and just moments in general I really liked. Also some nice comedy scenes too, and what I enjoyed. Um, I don't know, just more funny scenes. But yeah, and then the score once again by Ludwig Göransson. It's great. I said enough about it. In the past 7 reviews, it's great. So yeah, which the score throughout the entire first season they never really use any classic Star Wars themes from John Williams. I don't think they do because I don't remember hearing any. So that's neat. Obviously visuals are good, and I said enough of those about that too. So yeah, I enjoyed the episode. So yeah, not much else to say there. We can get into any spoilery, in-depth story stuff and whatnot. So yeah, the episode, starts. Well, I guess if I remember, I'll put a timestamp up to when I go into the overall kind of stuff and give my the grade. I will probably forget because I've probably forgotten the last several times. But yeah. Anyways, the episode starts off with two scout troopers who were the ones who killed Quill and stole Baby Yoda. And they're talking to each other, waiting for the orders and whatnot to deliver Baby Yoda, and kind of that's when we learn that Moff Gideon was just like killing his men, just for like interrupting him. So yeah, but yeah, the one who has Baby Yoda like hits him in the head, and then like the other one wants to like see him, which he eventually does. He takes a look at him, but then Baby Yoda like bites his finger, so then hits him back. So yeah, then we see him try to like shoot this like piece of junk or something on the ground, because stormtroopers suck at shooting. They can't hit it. They both try multiple times, and the one like shakes his blaster and smacks and like making it like it's something wrong with the blaster. I thought that was pretty funny. And then IG-11 comes up to him and tells him to give him Baby Yoda, which they don't. So he kills them and takes Baby Yoda and jumps on the speeder bike. So yeah, but then shows Mando, Cara, and Grief in the cantina, trying to find a way out of the cantina, and Mando finds like a sewer vent, but they can't break out. And then Moff getting on outside and talking, and his troopers set up an E-web blaster, which see originally in Empire Strikes Back, at least a previous model, because I guess this one's a new model, somehow acquired. So yeah, and then he drops some info like that Cara is from Alderaan, and her full name is Carcynthia Dune. So yeah, and then he reveals Mando's real name, which is Din Djarin, which funny because Pedro Pascal actually revealed that in an interview, around after like episode 1 aired. So yeah, but he's also there on Mandalore for the Siege of Mandalore, and I guess it's called the Night of 1,000 Tears, which happened during Siege of Mandalore. So you'll be seeing that soon in the Clone Wars season 7. Yeah, but I guess during the Night of 1,000 Tears, many Mandalorians were like killed by E-web blasters from gunships. So yeah, and then getting on talks to Grief and like tries to get him to surrender along with the others, but Grief asks like what's he proposing, and getting on says reasonable negotiations, which that's definitely what the Imperials say, but it's a lie that you're not going to give them reasonable negotiations. And then Grief like asks what the insurances are, and like getting on tells him he like can't remember if it's he can't trust Grief or that Grief shouldn't trust him. I don't remember. And the only assurance is that Grief will act in self-interest. So yeah, but then he says they have till nightfall before he decides to shoot them with the e-web. Um, so yeah, but then Grief talking wants to make like a last stand, and then Din says that he knows who person out there is, and it's Moff Gideon, Gideon, which surprises Kara because Gideon was thought to be dead for like war crimes or something like that. It was something like that. And like Din says that Gideon knows his name, which hasn't been spoken since he was a child, or at least spoken to Din's face. And then Grief asked Din if he grew up on Mandalore, which Din responds that he was not born there, and Kara says that Mandalorians are not a race, and then Din says it's a creed. And then we get the full flashback scene with Din and his parents. They're running away from battle droids and a separatist droid gunship and whatnot. And then they put him in the bunker, and then you see your blaster noises and whatnot. Obviously, assuming his parents are dead. It's not revealed, so who knows? Maybe that'll be some big reveal in a later episode. His parents aren't dead, so. But who knows? But then a B2 battle droid. This is a super battle droid, I believe is his name. Comes up and opens the bunker and is about to kill him, but then someone shoots the B2, and it's revealed to be a Death Watch Mandalorian. So then he takes him and in, and then takes him away on his jetpack. So yeah, and, that explains why some of the like Mandalorian stuff and what there's like they're not able to remove their helmets, and a lot of this is the way stuff we didn't hear in like Clone Wars or Rebels, and definitely Rebels is the one with it's kind of weirdest about it because like we see several Mandalorians without their helmets on, and yeah, but because he was taken by Death Watch, he was kind of an extremist group, so yeah, I found that interesting. I wonder how he's like obviously I don't know how if he became whatnot with Death Watch, if he was like with the Death Watch, Mandalorians who standing by Maul's side or not. So yeah, and I wonder if like he went to another, because obviously there's the character Paz Vizsla who's in Mandalorian, voiced by Jon Favreau, and there's Pre Vizsla from the Clone Wars, who was the leader of Death Watch, who was also voiced by Jon Favreau. So yeah, I just kind of wonder the clan he's a part of is thought of by other Mandalorians, and if it's even a big deal. Who knows? So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm not remembering something from like Rebels or someone would kind of like explain it, but but yeah, also kind of if we maybe see like a young Din in the Clone Wars season 7, but I'm just gonna highly doubt we will. But yeah, but then it cuts back to the scene, and Din tells Grief and Car that he was a foundling and was raised as a Mandalorian, and then when he came of age, he was sworn to the creed. or to their Mandalorian greed. And Din says Gideon was like a security, um, Imperial security officer, something like that. I don't remember. During the Great Purge of Mandalore, and that's how you would have known Din's name. So yeah, but then Din tries to contact Queel again, but he hears Baby Yoda instead, and IG-11 tells him that Queel has been terminated and that he's fulfilling his protocol to nurse and protect. So yeah, then we see IG-11 Baby Yoda coming in town on the speeder bike and saves the day. I don't know. I just found it so funny seeing IG-11 on the speeder bike is just kind of funny looking. So yeah, but that allows Din, Grief, and Kara to start to fight back. Din and Grief go outside, and Kara stays in the cantina. But then Din picks up the E-Web and starts firing and whatnot. We see like Death Troopers put a detonator on the cantina door. Kara's still in there, but she takes care of them. But then we see Gideon come up like behind Din and shoot him in the head. Obviously, because of his helmet, it doesn't kill him, but it kind of knocks him back. But then like Gideon shoots the box thingy, ammunition box thingy with the E-Web is attached to, making it explode and injuring Din, which was like a head injury. So yeah, so they all retreat back into the cantina, and Din tells Kara to leave them there and to go find the Mandalorians in the sewers, and gives her his necklace with the mythosaur on it. And on there, I'll just leave him there and give him a warrior's death. So yeah, and then we see a stormtrooper with a flamethrower come in, and some like red stripes and whatnot. Then starts to fire the flamethrower. But then Baby Yoda gets away and uses the Force to like block it, and kills the trooper. So yeah, but in the meantime, like IG-11 destroyed the vent. So yeah, but because Din said no even there, Kara, Grief, and Baby Yoda go, but Kara asked IG-11 to stay there, which agrees. So yeah, but then Kara, Grief, Baby Yoda, are gone, and um, IG-11 tries to heal Din's wounds, which, like I said earlier, are like it's like a head wound. And, Din says that he can't take off his helmet, that no living being has seen him since he was a child. But IG-11 says, I'm not a living being. Which Din, obviously agrees with, because he allows IG-11 to remove his helmet and revealing his face. And oh my god, it just Pedro Pascal's normal face. Wow, incredible. What a huge reveal. Yeah, obviously I kind of just expected that. But also it's kind of surprising. This is, didn't change anything. Didn't add like some crazy hairdo or something like that, or like a scar on his face or something like that. It was just Pedro Pascal. So yeah, I found it interesting. Um. So yeah, then IG-11 heals him, allowing Tim to catch up with the others in the sewers. So yeah, but then they find the Mandalorian enclave. Couldn't say that word for some reason, but the Mandalorians are no longer there, and there's just a bunch of destroyed Mandalorian armor, which kind of upsets Din. He puts the blame on Grief, but then the Mandalorian armor comes out and explains to Din that it was the Imperials, and some of the Mandalorians got away, but some did not. And, and Din tries to get her to come with them, but she refuses. But then she gives Din the Mudhorn signet because he got help from Baby Yoda, and Baby Yoda was actually an ally. So yeah, and then she tells Din that he is now has his clan of his own, which Din says will wear the signet with honor and whatnot. And then she gives IG-11 a jetpack. It says to give it to Din when the time comes. So yeah, so then they leave to go to this like lava river and whatnot. But then we get a scene with the stormtroopers finding the armor. You know, she just just straight up fucks them up. Just destroys one of their helmets and like throws one of them in the like smelting pot thingy. And yeah, it's just a great fight scene. I really like that. But yeah, but then cuts back to the crew, which finds a lava river, but like the boat is like stuck to the wall, and so they have to free it. What you do? And, like there's an astromech in it, which I thought wasn't working at first, but then when they're going down, it like gets up and has like long arms and legs, and yeah, it's something. And then but I asked them where they want to go, which Grief says to take them to the lava flats. So yeah, but then once they get close, Din spots several stormtroopers waiting outside for them. So Kara tries to get the droid to stop the boat, which they don't. So she shoots its head off, which does nothing. So now they have to make a plan, which then IG-11 says that he can use the self-destruct protocol, which Din then like tells him not to, but IG-11 insists, and asks him why he's upset, which Din says he isn't, even though he is, whatnot. So I enjoyed that scene. Din come around to droids and realize that they're not all bad. So yeah, but then IG-11 gives Din the jetpack and heads out into the lava and goes over to the troopers and self-destructs, destroying himself and killing all the troopers. So yeah, and then they're able to get out, but getting on is back. This time in his TIE fighter, and like Grief says Baby Yoda, and Grief waves his hand and says he used the magic hand thingy, which then Baby Yoda just waves at him, which I found funny. But Din then puts on his jetpack and goes after getting on, like it's on the TIE fighter, like grappling hooks to it, and tries to get into the cockpit but doesn't. And tries to put a detonator on the TIE fighter, but he drops it. So then he does it again, puts on there, and then blows up like the one wing side of the TIE fighter, making it crash. So then we see Din land and then like talks to Grief and Kara, and then asks like if there's any stormtroopers left, which Kara says they're all gone and whatnot. And, Grief and Kara both say they're gonna stay on Navarro, and Grief says that Din is welcome back into the guild, but Din refuses, saying that he has more pressing matters to attend to and whatnot. And so he picks up Baby Yoda, heads back to the Razor Crest, but first he buries Queel, and then then they head on inside Razor Crest, and Baby Yoda's chewing on the mythosaur necklace, which then says something like he thought he would never see that again, and tells Baby Yoda to keep it. So yeah, but then they lift off, and we see Grief and Kara, looking out, seeing lift off, and then we see it, and go more, and then it pans over to Gideon's TIE Fighter, which some Jawas are trying to salvage for parts now. But then we see something cutting out of it, and it comes clear that it's a dark saber, and then Gideon climbs out, stands on top of the TIE Fighter with the dark saber, and then the episode and the season ends there. So yeah, it's quite the reveal. I was kind of blown away that we saw the dark saber in live action. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of cliffhangers, but it wasn't the worst I've seen, and it was a cool one, so I enjoyed it more. Yeah, I really enjoyed the episode. Yeah, like I said earlier, it wasn't my favorite, but I still liked it. I put it ahead episodes 1, 4, 5, and 6, but I put it before episodes 2, 3, and 7, so yeah. And it's still a really good episode and a good season finale. Drop some reveals, and there's questions, answers questions that we've had all season. So it's like give us an answer to the episode 5 cliffhanger, so that kind of sucks, but yeah, overall it was a good episode. I'm excited for season 2. I should have a season 1 review going up soon. So yeah, but first off, my grade, I'm gonna give it an A minus. So yeah, but the season 1 review, I wanted to get that out as the next video, but I have a bunch of Clone Wars videos ready to go, and I need to get those up. So those are gonna go up first, and then sometime during this week I'll get the season 1 review up. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end this one off here. I will be doing more, obviously, after the season 1 review of Mandalorian. I'll be doing more Mandalorian videos. I kind of want to do a speculation video for season 2, maybe. I'm not sure about that one, but I'll have trailer reviews and whatnot for the trailers when release, and obviously once season 2 comes out in October, I'll be having reviews for every single episode, and I'm gonna make sure this time that I'm able to actually keep up. So yeah, and then just down the road, I will have Mandalorian reviews. So yeah, there's nothing else to really talk about. So yeah, anyways, I've been Star Wars Review. Catch you guys in the next one.
It is a shame that your people suffered